Hey YouTube, this is Living Room Con. I just got up. I've been feeling a little under the weather lately, so I took a really amazing power nap by before I took some Advil and a hot shower for about a half hour with the hot water just going spraying against my forehead where I've been feeling like maybe I was coming down with something. I took a nap, feeling 10 times better. Thank you, Advil. Anyway, I got 3 packages here today, and let's go to start with this one. I think it might be, yeah, it's definitely from Canada, so I have a pretty good idea what it is. This one took a while. I guess when you're dealing with U.S. border customs, usually things take a little bit longer than they would as if they were just in the United States by maybe like 3 or 4 days, or business days, not including weekends and holidays. We just had Columbus Day recently, so that kind of backed everything up, including the banks, so my payment from eBay got backed up as well. So I'm pretty sure the Postal Service is no different. But shipping on this looks pretty good. These are foam boards, which are pretty sturdy for the most part. I don't see any creases or dents from it in shipping, so they seem to be effective. Okay, so what we have here is Earthworm Jim, issue 3. Now, Earthworm Jim is one of those 90s nostalgic characters, starting with the Sega Genesis, with the video game. The most popular, I think, would be the Sega Genesis video game because I remember the graphics being amazing, so they made a cartoon of it, and following the cartoon was the comic book, and the comic book was basically like I don't remember ever buying this off the rack in the 90s, but last time I got a collection I found issue 1, and that was a pretty hard one to find, but then issue 3 as well is a really hard one to find, and I think this is a great cover. I might have spent a little too much on it. Maybe I think it was $15 in the auction it ended up being, or maybe a little bit more, but the pictures didn't really lie about the condition, because when something appears to be very high grade and I could maybe send it off to CGC, or I see a spine tick, maybe, I don't know if I even really saw that spine tick, but it looks pretty solid as far as condition wise. I think it looks pretty good, and the photos on eBay didn't lie. Alright, and then we got Marvel Comics Presents 72, The Origin of Wolverine, basically the first appearance of Weapon X, and here's a spine tick. Other than that, this book looks great. This book has gone up a lot in the past year or two, since like all comic books have. But this is the first appearance of Wolverine as Weapon X, so it's basically the origin of Wolverine. And if you can get this book in this is a very high grade copy, so if you can get this book in high grade right now before real news start dropping on Wolverine being in the MCU, I would do that because everything Wolverine seems to be going up. And then we got the cat. Beware the Cat, Claws of the Cat, issue 1. And for a book from 1972, it looks pretty amazing. For a cover that has black borders around it, looks pretty good. We got maybe 1 to 2, 3, 4 spine ticks, maybe 5. It's still pretty nice. I would like to see the back, see if there's any scuffing or foxing, but this book looks incredible. Okay. And then we got the first appearance of Calypso. This book kind of blew up in the past year or two since the news for the Craven movie just dropped recently, and it's the first appearance of Calypso. Basically, that's Craven's girlfriend, kind of like female Craven. And I have another copy. It's a Mark Jewelers variant. It's maybe a 4.0, 5.0. But this one looks to be like maybe a 9.0. And this is a huge upgrade from my other copy that was somewhere, I think maybe a 7, fine / very fine. So this looks to be very fine / near mint. And the seller on eBay did not look like he was overgrading these books. These books look like amazing. These are in Mylars or Mylites. So then you got Werewolf by Night, issue 3. And it's the first appearance of a villain. I could see some spine ticks here. There's a bunny ear. Color break here. But this book normally goes for $50-$60. I got it for $15 in an auction. And the condition looks pretty good. It looks pretty solid. Anything Marvel horror is definitely worth picking up, since it seems like we're going in that direction in the MCU with horror, with cosmic storylines. Okay. And we got this one. This looks like it's just a comic, but I'm not sure. It could be something else. I do have multiple shipments coming in from eBay. Okay. Shipping looks pretty good on this one. Well protected in a T-square that was bagged and boarded. Normally, T-squares are just alone in a shipment, but this was a T-square that was bagged and boarded, which says that the seller is trying to play it safe to keep it from getting damaged in the mail, which I definitely applaud, because I definitely try to do the same thing, but using T-squares sometimes can cause damage if not packed properly, which is why I like to use padding opposed to things that take up a lot of room. But, okay. So then we got X-Men 96, first appearance of Moira Mataggart, and this is my second copy. I can't really tell you if this is a better graded copy or not. The other one's it's like a mid-grade, so probably about the same as the other one. And then we got X-Men 98. First appearance of Clark Kent in Marvel Comics. So that's interesting because it's a Marvel DC crossover back in the Bronze Age, in a Marvel ongoing run, which is kind of like an unexpected thing to do, but that's what it says in the keynotes. I would have to go take a look, give this book a read, and check it out for myself. Alright, so we got X-Men 99. This is definitely not the first time I've had this book, but because of how comic books are going lately, it's getting harder and harder to get these books, and this book is definitely been getting harder and harder to get, and I haven't bought a copy of this book in a while because normally it goes for over $100, but I was able to get for about $50 in an auction. This auction, the seller put up maybe 15 auctions, and they all ended simultaneously. So somehow I just bid on. I was the high bidder on maybe 6 of them, and every time I would see someone outbid me on one, I just try to outbid him. And I believe I was really up against maybe 1 or 2 people because nobody wanted to bid on an auction where everything ended simultaneously. So I ended up winning about 6 books. I ended up losing X-Men 95, which I kind of regret. Death of Thunderbird, but I most likely will get it again. Just because I just need 95, and then I need 101, the first Phoenix, of course, but that book's ridiculously expensive, and it's getting more and more pricey as we speak, but we'll see how it goes. So X-Men 100, finally I have it again. Alright, so we got X-Men 107, and yeah, this is my second copy I currently have. So this first appearance of Starjammers, doesn't really look that much better than the one I have. It's a mid-grade copy. Maybe the one I have is better, but I got this for $50. Normally goes for $100. First Starjammers. First appearance of the leader of the Starjammers is Cyclops' father. So of course, that's important, right? It's his dad. Alright, so this one looks like the seller might overdo this one, but let's take a look. Sometimes in auctions, the shipping of the book will cost a lot more than normal, but it's an auction, so when bidders see how much the shipping is in the auction, the bidder will say, hey, you know what? I'm gonna include my bid with your shipping because it's expensive. So basically, I feel like so yeah, this book I paid probably less in the auction, but it was expensive for shipping. So, and lucky enough, this seller just happened to actually, because I think shipping was $15 for a single comic book that is for under $100, which is a lot of money for shipping a comic book for under $100. But this comic book was really rare, so it's Spawn issue 219, and they didn't print a lot of these. And if you can get a copy of this, like this is a nice copy. I don't know what happened to the bag here. It might have got cut open. I'm going to check really quick to see if the comic book got scratched from somebody trying to cut open the bag or accidentally cutting the bag. It doesn't look like the comic book got affected. There is a slight dent here, and there's a spine tick here. So I'm guessing this book is about a 9.4, 9.6. Oh no. I'm looking at the book, and there is a streak going across it. So there is a defect coming from that cut from the book. So this book looks to be like a 9.0. I may not send this off to CGC, but having it raw is good enough for me. Alright, so that's about it, guys and girls. That's all I got from eBay today, which happened to be a pretty good turnout. Like I said, it's this is a fun hobby, and I just like to document everything and keep you guys up to date on what goes on in living room content life. So do me a favor, hit that like button, subscribe to my channel, hit the notification bell, comment, all that good stuff. I'll keep you guys posted next time something happens. Anyway, Living Room Con, I'm out.